I saw from the Lord. It was like,
Hi guys, welcome back to another informative and entertaining episode of Vibes with D. To those who don't know, Vibes with D is a podcast that focuses on fun, entertainment, and lots of fun. In brackets, it's actually a podcast that focuses on the youths, because I understand that as youths we are going through a lot, we're going through the most. If you feel like you want to give up on life or life is just overwhelming, welcome here. This is your safe space.
it is.
This is your safe space. And I have my new friends. Yes, they were or still are part of the junior parliament. Are you guys still part of it, or you were?
We were and we are.
We are and we were.
Oh,
Yes.
So what's happening right now?
All right, so back then we were junior parliamentarians, like as in junior parliamentarians, but now
Okay.
we're back as junior senators.
Yes.
Okay, so let me give them, these junior senators, a chance to properly introduce themselves, right? Starting on my left side.
Hello, everyone. My name is Honorable Kudawash Makoa. I'm the junior senator of Mondorongezi Rural District.
Tamilson Thompson here, Chijanje senatorial district. That's Epworth, Mavuku, Tafara, and Harare East.
Okay, great. So let's get into it. How did you guys join the junior parliament? I wanted to be part of the junior parliament
Oh, you did?
so bad. I wanted to. But then Shkoro Chandantiri didn't have that. How did you guys get into it?
Well, like I continue to tell people, mine was a bit of a story of doing it once you failed. So the first time I was in Marundra Central, I was learning at Marundra High, and I tried to get in junior parliament. It just didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work?
I was last.
Like, wait,
I failed.
wait, how did... I want to understand step by step.
Okay.
What really happens? Do you get selected by your teachers? What really happens?
So junior parliament, there is an open letter call to all the schools from the district. And
Okay.
schools are invited for a competition. So you go for that competition, you compete as a constituency.
Muchitaura.
Speaking, yes, it's public speaking.
Okay.
Through and through, yes. So there's a theme, the Day of the African Child, which is on the 16th of June, and there's an annual theme. You're given the theme, you prepare in line with that theme. And our theme for that year, back in 2018, was Leaving No Child Behind.
Okay.
Yes, Leaving No Child Behind for Africa's Development.
Okay. I remember the theme. I don't know what I was doing.
Oh, okay, yes. And I had the conviction that I was gonna do this. This was gonna be my chance, and I was gonna, from watching people on television and just feeling, I'm a public speaker. I can do this. I wanna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go for the competitions. You're so convinced. You get into space and you're like, oh no, this is my space. I own this. Even your presence is just saying, I own this. Results get announced and you're like, wait, I'm in third place. That the shock is like, oh yeah.
I saw this
make
other
it.
thing, Anzi. Paunoenda kuuniversity ndipo paunoona kuti unopisa kumarent.
Thank you.
Wakaona kuti uri kupisa kuchikoro
Yeah,
that's hot kuchikoro chetu.
And I was devastated. I think I became depressed for a while. It even affected me mentally because I knew I could do it. I knew I wanted to do it, but
Isn't it more embarrassing the fact that even people knew Kuti you can do
thank
it?
you. Yeah.
Now you went there and failed.
Yes,
Wasn't
yes.
it that pressure? Kuti, even when people are not talking about you,
Yes,
you're
yes.
thinking, Kuti,
Yes,
they're
yes.
talking about me.
Yeah, because of church. When I went to church on Sunday, they were like, no matter where I do, I got a junior parliamentarian. I'm like, oh. Junior parliamentarian. I was like, oh, I just want to thank God for the opportunity. I was this close to crying. And people would have thought it's tears of joy. And I was like, yo.
Wait,
Yeah.
so after failing,
Yeah.
church, wakati ndakapinda.
No, like literally, I went the Sunday before. I was like, Pastor, you know what? My time has come. My time has come. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get into junior parliament because it's something I'd seen on TV and something I had been exposed to. And the pastor went on and prayed on me like, "It's done, my child." I was like, "Yes, pastor, it's done." Literally. Then on Sunday, pastor expects some feedback. And I didn't give Pastor feedback because I was in a depressed state of my own. Then Pastor is like, today one hour do Akata junior parliamentarian. So I just couldn't. I saw from the Lord. It was like, I was like, yeah.
So then you tried again,
And I tried again, and then I went back to church and was like, I'm junior parliamentarian. And people were like, yeah. But then I had to explain. So now it's now more of a testimonial. Like we made it, it didn't come out first, but we tried.
We made it the second
time. So now it had more impact than the first time.
Because it was true.
Now it's true. Yeah.
What's your story?
All right. So the letter came to the school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was a public speaker.
Okay.
Yes. A mininyana public speaker. And I was now the people that wanted to compete. Let me do the line up.
Okay.
The head's child. The senior master's muzukuru.
Okay.
The senior mistress's child.
Okay.
And the deputy head's cousin.
Okay.
And now there is this other guy. In class you have those people that are like that call back the teachers to say, hey ma'am, you did not give us an assignment. He was one of those people. Then there was me. Just a kid. Now here what was supposed to happen. We're supposed to go into the staff room, present our speeches, and the teachers were supposed to vote. And you know how a teacher's kid is every other teacher's kid. And now you are getting in there and you are supposed to compete with them. Well, we competed. I came in second place. Of course, I lost to the head's child.
Okay.
Because how can you?
Yeah.
How can you?
Yeah.
Right? So now, this was a day before the actual competition, and the head child was selected. She's going to represent the school, right? Tamuson, you are in second place. And here is what they told me. All right. You are in second place. Just in case something happens to our chosen candidate, then we can opt for you. Wow. I don't want to lie. I prayed to
For something to happen.
I was like, God, even if it's a running stomach,
Can something happen?
can something then just happen?
Yeah.
Then tomorrow came. Then I had lost hope. I don't want to lie. That I was doing my prefect duties, arranging chairs. I'm like, let me arrange chairs for these people. Since I can't get in, let me just arrange chairs. Then the lady came and it's like, Tamoson, I'm feeling too nervous. I no longer want to do this.
Oh wow.
Would you
Amen.
please go?
That is
I'm like,
God to stay on.
God, this is an answered prayer. So I went in there. I did my speech with my energy and everything. And the results came back. I had 35 votes. The next one had 5 votes. The next one had 2 votes. The next one had 1 vote. Then the rest were 0 votes. So this was out of 12 schools. That was for Airport constituency back then. Then I got in.
That's,
That's my story.
That's a powerful.
It is. God did.
Can we really say that God did? Because
Yes.
the kind of prayers that I was praying, guys.
Yes.
We can say that. My
can.
pastor once said, Anzi, namatira kuti mwe munhu arware kupinde iwewe.
Yes.
Anzi, pray for someone. It's not your fault, but someone has to fall ill or something for you to get
be
it.
there.
So probably maybe the girl, I can't do this.
Yeah.
She actually opened maybe a door for herself as
yes.
well for
True.
not being part of it. Yeah,
That's
but
true.
Tora win in peace. Well, what do you want from us? What do you want from us?
Yeah.
So how did being part of the junior parliament affect your lives? Because I understand my cool kids. You guys wore blue blazers, right?
Oh wow.
We wore the
Cream,
cream
black,
blazers
and
with
green.
gold
Yes.
ribbons.
So the ones on figure blue blazers, it's what?
Well, I think it's junior council. One of
Yeah,
the junior
junior council.
councils somewhere.
So junior council Ichi.
Also, the junior parliament and junior council, and I was involved, even though I didn't make it first.
Okay.
So junior council is sort of like local governance, and junior parliament is constituency and national governance. Yes.
I wanted so I don't know. So there are people who wear blue blazers, right?
Yes.
I wanted to be part of that.
Okay.
So I didn't know kuti kunozopfekwa ma-cream plays. You know how I feel like Bulawayo is so behind.
Oh, Bulawayo Junior Council. That's like one of the gold junior
Really?
councils. Yes. Yes.
So I don't know, maybe it's the schools that I went to, there was no one I felt like a cream place. I just saw the blue ones and I thought
Oh,
it's the
yes.
end goal.
Oh, yes. That's Bulawayo City Junior Council.
So were you guys like cool kids? Were you people's crushes? Did you get
Of
girls out
course.
of
True. I was like the provincial golden child. I have a friend of mine, whom I now play with. I won't mention his name, but you know yourself, brah. And he's like literally, brah, I hated you. Because from the moment I became a junior, I was a junior CEO, I was a junior Minister of State, I was a junior Minister of Defense. I was like the provincial golden child, you know,
Okay.
like touch not the anointed. That was me. Yeah, so you know the perks of that. Your life just switches and you just have everything easy. Yes.
You know, just pulling to school with a cream blazer with 8 golden ribbons.
Yes.
And the head boy has 4 ribbons.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah, they chose
yeah.
you. I'm chosen
Yeah.
by better people.
Right? Like,
I have twice your power.
yeah.
So now you're going back there.
I'm like the head boy of all head boys. What are you talking about?
I'm better than you type of vibe.
Yeah. Especially for someone who wanted it like me.
Yeah, especially if you wanted it.
Yeah.
So are you guys part of politics right now currently?
All right, so the thing with junior parliament is they say that you are supposed to be apolitical
True.
at all costs,
True.
so that you advocate for children's rights without being political.
So
So in a way, since we are now junior senators, I think it's wise for us to say we are apolitical.
Apolitical.
so meaning you don't participate in actual politics.
Well,
That's hard.
we can't say yes or no because at the same time we are uni students, so we have separate identities from being senators, and some of our initiatives and activities we do in uni are somewhat political, so we can't really say we are fully apolitical, but we can't at the same time say we are political.
So when you are part of the junior parliament and senate, you are not allowed to have to be political. You're not allowed to.
You're supposed to be politically neutral.
So you can't be part of a party.
No.
So meaning you guys cannot be future presidents.
Oh no!
No.
We are. What are you saying?
So you want to be future president?
Of course.
I want to be a diplomat. He's gonna be a president. I'm gonna be his ambassador.
Why don't you want to be the president?
I hate losing. That's the truth.
So you're scared you might lose.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I know
You'd rather play it safe.
I'd rather play safe. I don't want to lose. I mean, an election, like literally people hearing on TV that could have got 2 votes. 2 votes.
That would be embarrassing.
Right?
would
And
be-
then you find out your wife didn't vote for you.
I like that you see yourself with the wife in the future.
Okay, 2 votes. Why the hell? So your mother did not vote for you.
Yes.
Your papa did not
No
vote
vote
for
for
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your wife.
Probably
no
2 bodyguards that voted for him.
Well, maybe you and the bodyguard.
Yeah, me and
Because you actually
me,
get to
like-
vote.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't want to do that.
And you want to be the president?
Of course.
What would you want to change?
All right.
Your Excellency.
All right. So, the first thing that I would want to change here in Zimbabwe is the issue of corruption. There is just too much corruption. And one thing I heard about corruption here in Zimbabwe is when it's being done by other people, it's corruption. But now when it comes to you, people call it grace. Grace upon grace.
Nyasha zenyu.
Nyasha zeneni. Like, so I would want to get rid of corruption. Then secondly, I would want to give more opportunities to young people. Why do I say so? Because I believe that the world is evolving, right? So the ideas that used to work in 1972, they are probably no longer working in 2025.
That's true.
In 1972, we didn't have Mtoriro, but now in 2025, we have Mtoriro.
Yeah.
In 1972, we didn't have an issue. Yekuti, yeah, it is not buguka, what. But then in 2025, it's here.
Yes.
So I would want more young people to be involved And also, kind of involved, now they leave opportunities for others, right? To say, Kuti, if we are saying, Kuti, you get into the National Assembly and to the council, you do maybe 1 or 2 offices, then you leave for others to come in, so that we have more ideas coming in, more people coming in, more ideas that work as we strive to build Zimbabwe together. Then, thirdly, I would really, really, really want Kuti. Projects. You know, there are other places where development is promised election after election.
Leave
Yeah.
no one and no place
Election
behind.
after election, but then you find out that the place is not developing. Like where I come from Epworth, right? Epworth is that one place where people come, they still promise you roads, they still promise you
Okay.
this, they come this year, they promise you a road. Next election, they're coming again.
And you vote for them.
You vote for them.
You have
next time again, they're promising you again a road. But then, why is nothing being done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need real work on the ground.
That is so
real
true.
work.
But don't you think it's because you can never fully develop a place?
All right, you can never fully develop a place, right? But then for 5 years that you'll be in office, let's see that you're doing something. You came, you promised us a road, but you did not
Yeah,
even
even
construct
quarter.
a meter of a tarred road. Then what are we saying?
Also, just do something, even if you
something.
don't finish. But show Kuti, you're trying.
Yeah, sure that you're trying.
Okay.
Because as a member of parliament, you are supposed to advocate for your constituency in parliament. So you're going to parliament all these times, and you have things that you've promised us, and you're not even talking about it. You're not even addressing that in the House of Assembly. What are you doing then?
So you guys are saying that the most of the problems that we say the president should do this and that and that and that, the president probably doesn't even know that there's a problem like that.
Sometimes.
So the members of parliament are the ones that are responsible for the
Exactly.
underdevelopment that's happening in our ghettos and all of that.
Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
know that.
Because as a member of parliament, you're supposed to represent us. Now, when our member of parliament goes into the National Assembly and sleeps,
Yes.
what are we talking
What are
about?
we talking about,
Because you're
honestly?
not representing us. For example, in Epworth, right, we are saying, Kuti, we have child marriages, we have teenage pregnancies, right?
Okay.
But then we find, I'm not saying so, I'm not implying, but then we find it, a member of parliament goes to parliament, they do not even stand up. Is there any further debate the speaker announces? Our member of parliament is not even standing
He's
up.
not saying anything.
He's
And
not saying anything.
he's not the one who's supposed to be building the roads, and he is aware of that, and he comes back to the people and say, you guys, when you voted for me, I wasn't supposed to construct a road, I wasn't supposed to do that. No, but you're supposed to advocate for us, you're supposed to stand for us in parliament.
So let's get something straight. Most of these developments, our president probably has no say in them because he's not the one that's supposed to fight for everything.
Well, he is someone who's governing a whole entire nation.
So he can't really come to Epworth or Kubatsirai.
Yes, because their
As my whole
bills-
life has been a lie. So this whole thing of people saying, yeah, the president, this and that, the guy
that's
is...
ignorance.
that's ignorance.
yes.
Yeah, because, for example, right,
Oh.
so this is the difference between parliament and council. Parliament, you are there to advocate for us. You are there to represent us. You are there to represent our needs,
Yes.
right? You come back to the people. People, what do you want in Epworth? What
Yes.
do you need in Epworth? Then you go to parliament. You tell Mtuli Nyubeguti,
We
Mtuli,
need-
we
yes.
want a budget for roads in Epworth, right?
Thank you.
And then when Mtuli disbases the budget for roads in Epworth, it goes to the council. Now, that's when the council comes in. The council is there for the local works,
Local government.
local governance.
Okay.
So now, kana asiri kurepresenta mtungamiriri wedu atakaisa wachona, that becomes a problem. And also that becomes even a problem for council.
Okay.
Because mtule hachavapi mari inoenderana nezvavari kuda zvachona kuti vadevelop. And even vamwe vacho vapinda after council, they don't understand why they're
Okay,
there.
so this is bigger than what we see on social
It
media.
is.
It's bigger
It
than
is. It
that.
is. Yes. Because personally, I was in junior parliament. I understood how advocacy works from a child's point of view. But it took me going into law school to actually understand how laws are made, to see, Kuti, no, sometimes the president is doing so, and so, but sometimes these policies are supposed to be initiated by our members of parliament. Road rehabilitation. Members of parliament are supposed to go in parliament and demand that roads be rehabilitated. cabinet briefings and all that. So we really need members of parliament who know what they're doing.
Even Jema hospitals kutavakwe.
Yes. That's something they're supposed to be advocating for in parliament. But they do not go and talk about that in parliament. They talk about corruption. Of course, corruption is a good thing, but bring the real issues that are affecting the people. Talk about electricity, talk about the real issues. So you actually find out that there are certain individuals like Timba, Mliswa, he's very good. He comes and he talks about such things. So they may tend to be unpopular or popular because they tend to call out everyone. They call out the opposition, they call out sometimes even the government. But that's actually good because parliament is supposed to be neutral.
Yeah.
So people just think parliament is a ZANU thing. No, parliament is an everyone thing. Once you're in parliament, you're representing everyone. And people look at the president like, he's just a ZANU president. No, he's our president. Yeah. So
he's governing a whole nation.
True.
And I understand in a way he can't reach each and every place. But then the people that are under him, sometimes they're the people that are failing him because they are failing to come back to us.
Yes.
Kuti va deliver.
Yeah.
Yes.
The member of parliament, he comes only by election. You vote for him.
Yes.
He never comes back.
Yes.
So now, what are you going to debate in parliament on our behalf?
On our behalf.
If
Because
you're not even coming to us.
you can't
That's
vote for
crazy
someone
business.
because they give you chibagi. Like literally, this person is going to represent you in parliament, and the reason why you're voting for them is that
Mapiwa
they
chibagi.
gave you chibagi. Like that's ignorance on our part as Zimbabweans, and
Yeah.
I don't blame people,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, you mentioned something to do with Epworth. The ghetto of ghettos.
They get out.
Ghetto
The
of ghettos. Don't you feel somehow inferior when you get in spaces where there are better kids?
All right.
The cheese kids.
Yeah, the cheesy ones.
Yeah.
Alright, this is one thing about me. I used to feel inferior when I got into spaces and they're introducing themselves and like, hi, I'm from Brondo. Hi, from Greystone Park. Hi, from this. And then you're standing up, you're like, hi, I am Thompson from Epworth. Everyone is like,
What?
let's see.
Which one is this one?
Which one is this one? And people had that belief that if you're coming from Epworth, you're probably a thief. So now
dealer.
people are grabbing their paces like this, like, no,
Call the popo.
He's from Epworth. Please let the guards be on alert or something like that. Until a certain point where I was like, okay, now let me reintroduce myself to you. You need to know who I am. Yes, I was born in Epworth. Right? I live in Epworth, but Epworth doesn't live in me. Epworth does not define me.
Yeah.
Because we have people that are doing great things who came from Epworth. Right?
Yeah.
Epworth is just like a place. Yes, but that doesn't define me. Because sometimes you find even guys come at my table, so I'll be like, do it. You understand? So like let me speak from Epworth. We have people that are making waves right now. And there's talent in Epworth. And a comic pastor Vesa, they came from Epworth. And I come Fupi. All the way from Epworth.
Banga.
Banabanga, Manga, all the way from Epworth, right? And then we have other people, Vantino Respecter from Epworth. We have like Anna Sande, she was the youngest mayor and at 25 years and the first female mayor for Epworth.
Go women.
She's one person.
Yes!
She's one person that I really admire. When I see her, I'm like, God, that is what I'm talking about when I speak of Epworth. Because it's just like every other place. It's a place that has the potential to develop and grow. Right?
Okay, I get you. But guys, not to sound horrible or mean, but honestly speaking, most people from the ghetto are the ones that take drugs.
Yes.
Why is it that?
All right. Here's the thing. Let's get things straight. Now this is my space, safe space. Thank you.
Chaura.
All right. So in the ghetto, as I say, Pepe and Tanga, we have places that are like projects, right? Things are promised, they're not done. So these places are not developed. Atina majuraho. And we're just people that are just living anyhow, haphazardly. And panema mitumi court, panema chances ema robbery. Just because by time court, pane chance robbery. And also kanjimboka kekuti hatina ma-industry, hatina chi. Employment is very low, and also my numbers even are very high. For example, in Epworth, last time I checked, it was around 360,000 people thereabout.
Mutori nyika.
Yeah.
A nation on its own, and we have 1 or 2 clinics. So that means that healthcare already it's very low, and we have 1 police station.
But don't you think, Kuti, what you're mentioning should be the reason why the youths Anogara Epworth should be inspired and motivated to work hard instead of taking drugs?
Sometimes you don't know better.
Sometimes you ningo start mzingazive
Yes.
opportunities.
You
And
do
now
not
wife
know
ye when the
better.
opportunities desk and no one out. Bakamela say. Unlike munari kumadodo anengari pa phone pack or to sangani ma opportunities. Unlike
Global
us too.
opportunities.
But Mambo Jonet, I don't know if it's me, but Mambo Jonet, if it's a ghetto youth, Agachika Mujimbo, they mention Kuti, I'm from the ghetto.
Yes.
But then people from the suburbs, they don't mention it. Don't you guys think sometimes Kuti when we could ghetto, we take being from the ghetto as a flex? And toda kunzirwa titi. Sometimes I really feel like vanweku ghetto, vanoda kunzirwa titi. Like, okay, you get in a space, now you're mentioning kuti you're from the ghetto. Imagine if it was someone else, anogara kana ku Borodale. But she go vati, oh, I'm from Borodale, this and that and that and that. She not just ariku gans. But iwe when you go wa she go vati, I'm from ghetto youth reku airport, and everyone screams, "We are kunzaruku gans." Is it fair?
I'm in a position to answer that because I try to think of myself as a Will from Bel Air because that's literally my life. I
Okay.
am from the ghetto, Glenview 3, like literally that's where I am from. But then I now stay in the bougie part with my uncle and my aunt, right? So one of the things that I want people to actually understand is that children from the other side of Samora have so many things to their names, right? And children from the ghetto just have an identity. That's everything
Birth
they
certificate.
have. Yes, that's all I have. You know, I don't have anything else. All I know is that I'm a person with dreams, and I know I'm from this place, and I want to make something out of myself. As compared to someone who already has a car, you know, you can't go around saying I have a car because you know I have a house, but then I have this, I have that. So you're not faced by anything.
Yeah.
But then someone from the ghetto, the only thing that they have is their pride and their identity. This is who I am. I'm from the ghetto. So that's why you see when someone is like, I'm from Hatfield, I'm from Highfield, you know, I'm from Fio, any of a Glenview, I'm from Budiriro, because that's the only thing they have, their identity. That's the only thing that's pushing them. Because we as ghetto kids feel the need to make something out of ourselves and to surpass what we have.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
we want to break the mold, but then at the same time, we understand that our identity is rooted in who we are, you know. We haven't traveled to Italy, we haven't traveled. Some people have not even made it out of the ghetto yet. That's all they know, you know. So that's all I can say, you know.
Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned that you're staying with your uncle and aunt. How is you staying with relatives? I'm in that position, guys, and I want to say that relatives are very good people
Yes.
when you're far from them. When you are far from relatives,
They are
boss
really good
Derek,
people. Yes.
get in their space.
Yes.
It's mind blowing.
Yes.
So how is it for you?
I feel like I'm very-
Don't lie. They won't watch this. Please don't lie. They
Please
are
don't
not
watch
going
this.
to watch this.
Oh no, I've been blessed to come from a family that's tight knit. You know, we are cousins. We support each other from my family. So we know he's from Chi Town, but then you're not really from Chi Town because during the holidays you come from Chi Town, you
Okay.
go there. So we have that sort of family circle where we rotate families. So for me, it's been something like that. Like I've always been with relatives my whole life. And of course, sometimes, you know, there are certain cousins, you're like, yeah, but a blazi, what the
Blazi boy, you know, but see they're blazi.
But the people I stay with, honestly, I don't know because they're bougie or anything, but it's good. It's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you have never stayed with relatives.
Right, ini nangu andinamva ndakambeta zvokuenda kupa kwavanhu. But what happens is vanhu vanouya kumba kwedu. And I'm forced to be the bad one because, and you know, one thing about me, I don't
particular
like
about your
people who are
space.
touchy. I'm particular about my place.
Yeah.
I'm about my space, and especially when it comes to my clothes.
Yes.
Please do not touch my clothes when we didn't agree that you are touching my clothes.
Yeah.
Because you find that someone just gets into your wardrobe, they pick your best suit, then you go to church ahead of them, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm a worshiper in the choir, right? So now you go to church, you just wear your choir uniform, you go to church, you leave the rest of the family behind because you have to go and practice,
Yeah.
right? Then now the people are coming in and you're in front, you're like, come on, lift up your hands, let's worship the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Then I see
He's
my
your
suit.
cousin.
Appa is the best suit
And
that
it's the
you
best
own.
suit you have.
I'll be like,
You wear it once in 10 years.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And now when we go back home, they're not even cute enough to even wash it or maybe clean it up.
Yeah.
They just leave it in the washing basket.
That you have to wash.
I wash suit in a washing basket.
Yatapeta.
How?
When you're going to wash it, dry.
How?
Yeah.
So you've been in that position.
I've been in that
How did
position.
you handle it?
Well, you were just cute. And Nango, I say things as they are. And you want this is correct.
Whose family is that? Is it your? I feel like it's your mother's side.
It's always the mother side.
Because the dad side, we never visit. The dad side never comes home,
For
guys.
real, for
You also
real.
stay. Your uncle is your mom's brother.
I don't even know where my cousins are. I don't even know where my
This
cousins
is
are.
what moms do. Mothers, they take their own family and then they push them in your face. Your father's family, you don't know them. I'm happy that
Yeah.
I'm not the only one that's going through this.
Now I can relate to what you're saying because I feel like my cousin is nonchalant. He just doesn't care, you know. I can wear his clothes and he's okay with it. Then the other cousins now come and they start to wear my clothes. I'm like, why are you wearing my clothes? Like literally. And then I remember my aunt, she was like, but why are you like that? You literally wear his clothes all the time and he
Yeah.
doesn't care. And I'm like, I'm from the ghetto. That's the defense we use.
You
So
see,
yeah.
I told you, ghetto
But I'm
kids.
from the
I
ghetto.
told
What
you,
do you
ghetto
expect me to
kids.
do? Like, yeah. But you do make sense.
But
Yeah.
then I think it depends, right? There are other people, yes, they are rich and everything, but then they don't want 1, 2, 3 things of theirs.
Anonyma.
Right? Anonyma.
Okay, so this is us doing this video again because the first one was nice. But guys, we lost 16 minutes of footage because my phone didn't have space and we did not see that. But you know what's funny? In the back
Yeah.
of my head, I wanted to go check.
Oh yeah. We should have. But anyways, just like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you give my girl some money.
Remember to share.
Yes!
Leave a comment down below.
Goodbye!